everything you need to know about eating a high protein diet, whether your goal is weight loss or body recomposition. In today's video, I'm gonna do something a little bit different, and I'm going to do a little question and answer. I'm gonna answer 15 of the most commonly asked questions I get about protein. But of course, if you have a question that I don't answer in this video, leave it in the video comments below and I'll answer your question in the video comments. So then we have another area for this one-stop shop video of all things protein. It'll either be answered in the video here or in the comments below. Let's get right into it. But of course, if you're new here, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you get a notification when I release a new video just like this one every single week. My name is Michelle Roots, kinesiologist, personal trainer, and nutrition coach with over 17 years experience in the industry, helping people increase lean muscle, decrease body fat to become the strongest, leanest, healthiest versions of themselves. And I created this channel because I want to help you as well. So let's start off with common question number one. Why is protein important if my goal is weight loss or body recomposition, AKA building lean muscle, dropping body fat? There are so many benefits to eating high protein when you are trying to reach your weight loss or body recomposition goals. But let's start off with number one. Protein is great for appetite control. So if your goal is weight loss, you're gonna wanna be eating in a calorie deficit to achieve weight loss. If your goal is body recomposition, you'll either be eating at maintenance calories or in a slight calorie deficit as well, with the goal of building lean muscle and dropping body fat. To make it easier for you to stay in your calorie deficit, you're gonna wanna feel full. Protein takes longer for your body to digest, meaning it will keep you feeling full for a longer period of time, in turn making it easier for you to stay in your calorie deficit by reducing cravings and not feeling overly starving all the time. Second reason is either preservation of muscle mass if your goal is just specifically weight loss, meaning seeing the number go down on the scale, or if your goal is body recomposition, meaning you want to increase your lean muscle and drop your body fat. Protein is what helps you build lean muscle as well as recover from after your workouts. Protein also has what's called a higher thermic effect of food, meaning your body will burn more calories digesting protein than it will carbs and fats. Common question number two, how much protein do you actually really need per day to achieve your goal of either weight loss or body recomposition? Great starting point is minimum 0.7 to 1 gram of protein per pound of your body weight. That is if your goal is weight loss or body recomposition. Now, what I say to people is if you are strictly eating in a calorie deficit with the goal of just seeing the number go down on the scale, you do not care about building lean muscle, you don't care about getting stronger, you can lean more towards that 0.7 to 0.8. That's gonna keep you feeling full, thermic effect of food, all the things I just talked about in number one. But if your goal is body recomposition, meaning you are strength training with the goal of increasing your muscle mass in order to drop body fat, appear leaner, appear stronger, change the shape of your body, you wanna lean more towards the 1 gram per pound of body weight. Now here's where it gets tricky and where one simple guideline is not appropriate for every single human because we are all different. Say you have over 40 or 50 pounds to lose to get to your goal weight. You might be like, whoa, 1 gram per pound of body weight, that's a lot of protein per day. If I'm 230 pounds, 230 grams of protein, if you are just starting out and tracking your calories and tracking your protein, that's a lot of protein for you to get in a day. So what I always say is a great guideline to start is if you have about 40 or 50 pounds to lose, you can use the 0.7 to 1 gram per pound of body weight of your goal body weight. This will bring your protein goal down a little bit more and make it a little bit more realistic to hit every single day. And then you can slowly build on that, or as you drop body weight, you can start to change your protein goal as you go on throughout your journey. But that's a great place to start. Common question number three, if I'm plant-based, can I still get enough protein in my daily diet to reach my protein goal? 100% yes, you can. Now, with that being said, it's going to be much harder because you can't just cook up a bunch of chicken breasts and eat that, or throw some lean turkey in some pasta and eat that. It is gonna take a little bit more planning to making sure you're including your portion sizes, finding high protein plant-based sources. I actually have a video already on my channel as a great resource for plant-based protein sources. I'll link that in the description below if you wanna go check that out next if you are plant-based. Common question number four, when is the best time to consume protein throughout the day for weight loss? The best response I have to this when people ask me is, it is best to consume your protein throughout the entire day. So not all at breakfast, not leaving 100 grams of protein to eat at dinner time, consuming your protein consistently throughout the day will not only keep your blood sugar level stable and keep you feeling full and energized as well. One tip that I like to give people to make sure they're consistently consuming their protein throughout the day versus leaving it all at night is take your protein goal and divide it by however many meals you're having that day. So for example, if you plan to eat 4 times a day, maybe 3 meals and then 1 snack, you're gonna take, say your protein goal is 120 grams, you're gonna take that 120 gram goal and divide it by 4, that gives you 30 grams of protein with each meal. Now again, you can play around with things. If you know you're gonna get 40 grams of protein with dinner, your snack can then drop down to 20 grams of protein and you're still going to hit your protein goal. Common question number 5, is it more important to consume protein before a workout or after a workout? Or does it even matter? Both pre and post workout consumption can have its advantages, but I would say what's more important than your pre and post workout protein is hitting your daily protein goal. The benefits of protein before a workout are gonna give you more energy, keep you feeling more full throughout your workout, might increase your performance, so being able to lift heavier, run faster, and it might also help reduce the amount of muscle protein breakdown throughout your workout. And then post-workout protein is going to help with muscle recovery. So when we are lifting weights, say you're doing a bicep curl, we're lifting heavy weights, we're actually causing little micro tears in our muscles, and that's what helps our muscles grow. Consuming protein after a workout is gonna help with that muscle recovery, in turn maybe decrease soreness, as well as help with your muscle building journey. Overall, I would say more important than pre and post workout protein, depending on how heavy of weights you're lifting, how intense your workouts are, hitting your daily protein goal is more important, as well as personal preference. So some people like to work out fasted. They don't like feeling full before their workouts, and they have no problems with increasing their weights, applying progressive overload, pushing in their cardio sessions. And some people can't work out on an empty stomach and they like feeling full and they like having protein. So I think in the end, it comes down to personal preference and again, hitting that daily protein goal. I also have a video already on my channel talking about pre and post-workout nutrition and some great examples of pre-workout snacks and post-workout snacks and meals. Of course, I'll link that in the description below as well if you wanna go watch that next. Common question number 6, can I still reach my weight loss or body recomposition goals if I'm not hitting my protein goal every single day? Yes, 100%. Now, of course, it's most beneficial to hit your protein goal every single day to preserve lean muscle, to build muscle, to help you feel full, to help you stay in your calorie deficit, all the things that I've talked about already in the other questions. That being said, you are human, and especially if you're just starting out on your journey, whether just tracking macros and calories for the first time, there might be some days where you fall short on your protein goal about 20 grams, 10 grams, 5 grams. That is okay as well. Here's are the main things that I want you to remember. 1, what matters most is consistency over a long period of time. So if 6 days out of the week you are hitting your protein goal, or 1 day of the week you're maybe missing your protein goal by a few grams, that is a-okay. Remember, this is a lifestyle, it's a long-term plan, especially if your goal is body recomposition. Now, with that being said, if you're only hitting your protein goal 2 days out of every 7 days, this is where it might start to affect your progress. Common question number 7, do protein supplements help with weight loss or body recomposition? Yes, they do and they can. Now, with that being said, do you have to take supplements to reach your goals? Absolutely not. A supplement is just that, a supplement to an already whole food-based, high protein nutrition plan. And this supplement is just going to help you get your protein goal in an already amazing, whole food, healthy way of eating. You shouldn't have to rely on protein powders to hit your protein goals. So if you find you're having 4 scoops of protein every single day, plus a protein bar and a pre-made protein shake, you're probably relying too much on supplements. Or if you find you're hitting your daily protein goal without having to take supplements, you're eating whole foods and you're getting lots of protein already, you don't necessarily need supplements. Where do supplements come into play? 1, if maybe you're falling short on 20, 30 grams of protein, 1 scoop of protein powder in a shake is gonna get you there. Great for post-workout because it's quickly digested. Great for pre-workout if you're coming from work, straight to the gym, quick protein shake in the car on your way there. So to answer the question, yes, you can still reach your goals without using supplements, but if you find you're falling short or you're going long periods of time without eating because you're out or you're busy or you're working, then that's where a supplement will come into play to help you get that protein in, to keep you feeling full, to keep you feeling energized, and stop you from going through the drive-thru. And if you're looking for a protein powder recommendation, I'll put a link in the description below to the protein powder that I use and recommend to all my clients. Common question number 8, should I adjust my daily protein intake around my workouts or my strength training workouts? What I would say to this is, yes, this can be very beneficial, but this depends on what your strength training workouts look like. If you're just starting your strength training journey and you're not deadlifting 250 pounds, that's totally fine. You don't have to. But you're just getting into strength training, maybe you're just using dumbbells or bodyweight workouts, and you're challenging yourself, but you're not getting super sore after your workouts. Maybe your workouts are 30 to 45 minutes long. You don't necessarily have to adjust your protein intake each individual day to accommodate for your workouts. But if you are to the point where you're really lifting heavy, you're pushing lots of sets, your strength training workouts are very intense, maybe you're getting pretty sore after, they're 45 minutes to an hour long, I would say it would be beneficial to add an extra 10 to 20 grams of protein, maybe 30 depending on each individual, to your daily protein intake on those days. And I would say add it as a post-workout protein shake, again, to help with that muscle recovery. Common question number 9. I really struggle to hit my protein intake. What are some things I can do to increase my daily protein? I have 2 tips that I give people in this situation, especially again, if you are just starting out. 1, make sure that you are prioritizing protein with every single meal. You're building a meal and thinking, what do I want to eat? And this is how my mind works, and this is how I kind of create my meals, whether I'm pre-planning them or kind of making something up on the fly. My first thing is, what am I going to have for my protein? So as you're building your meal, what is going to be the protein source? And then you build the rest of the meal around that. And the second tip, if you are already prioritizing protein with every single meal, but you still struggle to reach your daily protein goal, based on what you're eating right now, just increase the portion size of the protein. So if you are having Greek yogurt in the morning, high protein, it's a great protein source, but you're only having half a cup, have a cup of Greek yogurt. That's gonna get you an extra 10, 15 grams of protein right there, just from increasing your portion size of protein. Common question number 10, how do I increase my protein intake without going over on my fats? Now, this is a common problem that people run into when they're increasing their protein intake, their calories go up as well as their fat percentages. My best advice is focus on lean protein sources that are lower in fat. It doesn't mean all of your protein sources throughout the day have to be from a lean protein source, but if you are having something that's higher in fat, maybe the rest of your protein intake could be a low fat protein source. For example, boneless, skinless chicken breast, lean turkey, certain fish like cod, haddock, tilapia are all great protein sources, but are lower in fats. I actually have a video already on my channel as well, giving the best high protein, low fat food sources right here. I'll link that in the description below if you want to know more high protein, low fat foods. Common question number 12, can I still hit my daily protein intake without taking supplements or eating protein bars? Yes, 100%. If you're strategic with your meal planning and your snacks, you can 100% hit your daily protein goal without using supplements. Now, supplements aren't bad, but if you just prefer to not use protein bars and not take protein powder, then totally fine. You just need to plan your day to make sure you're hitting your protein goal using only whole food sources. Protein powders are just great because they're a low calorie, high protein option and quick and easy grab and go type thing. I mean like protein powder, not necessarily those pre-made protein shakes. Protein bars are a great option of what I say for the just in case, depending on which protein bar you choose. Some of them are just glorified chocolate bars with a lot of random ingredients, lots of sugar, pretty high calorie for how much protein you're getting in each bar. But these are great for times to have when you just need something quick. I always have protein bars in my purse if I'm out at work training clients, but I don't rely on them every single day to hit my protein goal. Common question number 12, I don't like eating breakfast. Do I have to get protein in the morning, or can I continue doing my thing and still see results in weight loss or body recomposition? 100% yes. Again, I think this comes down to each individual. If you are following a structured intermittent fasting plan, that your eating window is 12 p.m. to 8 p.m., as long as you're hitting your protein goal in that window, you are a-okay. And again, it's based on you and how you feel. When you're doing your workouts, your work schedule, all the things. So if you wanna know more about intermittent fasting and my thoughts on it, of course, I've got a video for you. I'll link that in the description below if you wanna go watch that next. If you're curious about intermittent fasting and my specific thoughts on it, on how it reflects weight loss or fat loss. But if you're someone who wakes up in the morning and you're busy with kids and you just literally either are not hungry in the morning, or you prefer to wait until you get to work to eat, or you work out in the morning and you don't like eating before your workouts, this is where it's each individual. And again, like I've been saying throughout this whole video, what matters more is getting your protein intake throughout the entire day. So making sure you're hitting your daily protein intake. It definitely makes it easier to hit your daily protein intake. If you're getting 30 grams of protein with breakfast, you know, it makes it easier to space out your protein throughout the entire day. Common question number 13, is it possible to eat too much protein? And how do I know if I'm eating too much protein? How much protein can my body digest at one time? Okay, it's 3 questions, but I figure let's lump it all into one. It's just easier. To answer the first part, yes, it's definitely possible to eat too much protein, but that too much protein amount can be different for each individual person. Certain factors like age, weight, activity level, and overall health can have an effect on how much protein would be too much for each person. So although we preach how important protein is, not only for overall functioning of your body, but if your goal is weight loss or body recomposition, too much or going overly excessive on something can have a negative effect. So how do you know if you're eating too much protein? There's a few signs that you can look out for. So digestive issues, so you're having digestive discomfort, maybe a lot of gas or bloating. Kidney strain, so especially someone with pre-existing kidney conditions, eating too much protein can have a negative effect on their body and overall health. Dehydration, so increasing your protein intake can increase your need for more hydration. So if you're not hydrating properly, it could cause dehydration. And then last, maybe nutrient imbalance. So if you're eating way too much protein and neglecting carbs and fats and fruits and vegetables and all the other things that have so many other amazing benefits in our daily nutrition, maybe you will have some nutrient imbalances because you're only eating protein. And how much protein can your body digest in each individual meal? Again, this differs for every single person, but I like to say this is where you listen to your body, and this is where aiming for 20 to 30 grams of protein with each meal is a great thing to start. And maybe if you're eating 40 grams of protein with breakfast, see how you feel. If you do start to feel digestive issues or bloating or gassy or certain things that I just mentioned, it's a possibility your body is not able to break down that protein. So maybe decrease the portion size of the protein in that meal and spread it out over the course of the day. Common question number 14, Michelle, what are some of the common high protein staples you keep in your house or you buy at the grocery store every single week to have on hand to hit your daily protein goal to fuel your muscles? So there's a lot, but this is my personal list. I always have boneless, skinless chicken breast either in the freezer or I buy fresh in the fridge, and I cook every single week on a Sunday or Monday. I've talked about this in past videos. I put it all in my air fryer, cook it up, chop it all up, and put it in a Tupperware container in the fridge. This makes it easy to throw in a stir fry, eat literally on its own if I'm hungry, throw into a wrap at lunch. I always have protein powder. I always, again, have protein bars in my bag for just in case times. Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, always in the fridge for easy, simple snacks. Baby Bell cheese, again, grab and go, throw 2 of them in my bag, eat those on the road. Pepperoni sticks, always have eggs in the fridge, always have liquid egg whites. Those are some of the things I have in the house to make it easy every single week to hit my protein goal and make sure I'm eating higher protein foods. And last but not least, common question number 15, does eating a high protein diet boost my metabolism? Yes, technically. So there's a few things that we look at here when answering this question. So one, everybody's different. Your metabolism is determined by your daily activity, your body composition, and so many other factors. So eating a higher protein diet, if you are strength training with the goal of building lean muscle to get stronger and build more muscle mass on your frame, with that goal, as you build more muscle mass, you're going to increase what's called your basal metabolic rate, so your metabolism. The more muscle mass you have on your frame, the more calories your body's gonna burn, even just literally laying in bed all day, which is why I preach strength training to everybody and anybody I meet and see and talk about on this channel, is because if your goal is strictly weight loss and you're just cutting your calories really low with the goal of just seeing that number drop on the scale, it's going to be much harder to maintain that new weight. So say you lose 20 pounds by just slashing your calories, not worrying about macros, just staying in that calorie deficit, because you're not doing anything to change your body composition. But if you're strength training and fueling your body with the right amount of calories and the right amount of protein to build muscle and keep your body feeling energized and keep your systems working and keep your body functioning properly and feel good and all the things that comes along with eating food and eating protein, in turn, it's going to be easier to maintain those results because you're naturally raising your metabolism. So I could answer this question by saying yes, eating more protein, again, like I mentioned earlier in the video, protein has a higher thermic effect of food. So as your body is digesting that protein, your metabolism is going to boost a little bit more than, say, when you ate a donut. But that's not gonna hold you over long term, and it's not gonna be a long-term metabolism boost. There's other things that can help boost your metabolism. And like I said, building lean muscle is the main one. And in order to build lean muscle, we need to eat protein. So there you go, guys. That was my first little Q&A video all about protein. Again, I hope this answered all or a lot of your questions that you have about eating a high protein intake if your goal is weight loss or body recomposition. But as I said in the beginning of the video, if I didn't answer your question, leave it in the comments below and I will answer your question in the comments below. I've also got a free high protein foods guide download. I'll link that in the description below if you want to have a list of the best and most common high protein foods. And if you need help with your nutrition or your workouts, you can check out more information about my online fitness and nutrition coaching program. I'll also link that in the description below. And as usual, have a great day, guys, and I will see you in the next one.